love. You know, we are a religion of love, and it's not the 60s kind of free love we're talking about, right? And we all assume that we know the definition of love, you know, what it means. And we all work out of a working definition, and it's been formed by many places. What my parents showed us, what the church is saying, what Christ has said, what the world has said, you know, and then many definitions of this love. And maybe we're carrying around, you know, not a Christian definition of love, because you see that that's what they're talking about, and we're like, oh, here's another story about love again, you know, because love, you know, and some, you know, get tired of that. But when you take a look at it, that's really at the heart of our faith. You know, the world is notorious for taking Christian definitions and twisting them, you know, and making them into their own fashion, kind of a deviant kind of definition of love, because, you know, we have that too from many aspects. We see, you know, like oftentimes as a parent, you've got to know that, you know, you love your children, right? You know that. You love it, and you don't even why. It's just part of who we are. And yet, you know, you must punish your child or something like that, you know, and sometimes kids are like, oh, I hate you, Dad, for what you did. Or, you know, we probably even remember as kids where we didn't like our parents for some reason. And, you know, I remember one thing, I'm going to run away, and that will prove to them how much, you know, but today, you know, this idea is really, even something like punishment is an idea of love, not punish, you know, when you had to punish them, or you had to kind of reprimand them because you knew that they needed to learn something. We all do. But now punishment being a kind of revenge, and so punishment is, not retribution, but that's part of what God is about. So if we say God is love, we have to hold other truths along with that so that we have a good definition of love. Love that includes truth and goodness and beauty. Those have to be part of that. You have to live in the truth. You know, in our broken world, sometimes we think we're loving someone by lying to them, or we're loving somebody by pretending not to be true, you know, because we don't want, maybe because we have this idea, well, you know, it's broken love that it's going to hurt their feelings, and we don't really want to go down that road, and I can understand that. So what we do is we have to, you know, this is our broken world, rather than saying we live in the truth. You know, sometimes you sin with someone you love because you don't want to challenge them, or you end up doing something wrong, but you do it in the name of, well, it's because I love them, that's why. But accept that love is such a key component of our faith. We love God, you know, and God loves us, but it's got to be a purified definition of what love is, and a grown-up definition, you know, and not an easy way out, because if it's about God, it's going to be pretty serious what it means to love. And that made me think, you know, like we have one of his definitions is selflessness. You can't love someone being selfish.